Imagine the impact that will have in your life if you could have genius ideas about your job, about your relationships, about money, about any problem or any situation you are normally suffering from or feel frustrated with. Imagine if you actually had all the solutions to that, but you just need to find a new way. So let me explain in this video how you can do that. The basic problem is that your mind is completely distracted. Think about it. You sit on the couch, you sit waiting for anything. First thing you do is probably get your phone. Or when you don't do that, you don't feel the moment. You don't feel the way things are. You don't feel your body. There's so many things in your life you take for granted. And our mind gets just into worrying about stuff or thinking about irrelevant stuff, different ways of escaping the presence of being here and now. Well, in this way, you can find how your mind is completely all over the place. And this is a very important point to make. This is what gets most people frustrated when they try to sit to meditate, or when you try to do anything. You just try to focus on something and suddenly you find yourself doing something else. But that's exactly the way you've been self-sabotaging yourself with everything in your life. By everything, I mean from relationships to career moves, with anything that makes you feel frustrated. You've been going around in a way that you're escaping from it by thinking on something else. Or obsessively focusing on aspects that are not relevant or not important. That's the way we self-sabotage ourselves, by being distracted. So it's crucial to understand this problem, because otherwise, even when let's say this video would convince you, or any book, that you are empowered to completely reinvent your life. You don't have to be the life you are trained to live, but you can just tap into something special. Tap in the possibility that you may have something great to share with the world, something to completely add value to other people's life, or just the capacity of staying happy and satisfied forever. You may not even think that it's possible, but even when you think it is possible, you still have to go through the idea of collecting your mind, because it's completely all over the place. And in this way, you are disempowering by focusing on too many different obsessive, compulsive. You're not deciding what to think. It just comes to your head and you end up thinking. And when you want to focus on that things. That's the basic problem. It's very important that you understand that. Let's do a little experiment to go in the direction on how to solve this human problem. And actually, I'm going to come with a very, very, very old solution. It's very, very simple. It is training your mind to stay on topic. But in meditation, we do in a very subtle way, like you would just focus on an object. It could be the sensation of the breath on your nose. It could be a visual object. It could be sounds. It could be anything. But that's a bit subtle for most people, so it's okay. And also, it's maybe a bit more entertaining in the beginning to, instead of fighting your mind to be quiet and not to bother you, and focus on something that is a bit abstract and difficult to stabilize your attention. Maybe it's a lot easier to play along with your mind a little bit. Imagine that you're dealing with an angry kid or someone who is a bit unstable. You just talk to them. So in this way, here's the challenge. Pick a notebook, pick a timer you may have on your phone, something you can set and say, okay, I'm going to go this for 10 minutes. I would strongly suggest you to go beyond 10 minutes, but for a start, let's say 10 minutes. And then choose one topic, write it down, one topic. Maybe it's money, but maybe it's relationships, but maybe it's your career. Anything that you think is important you should be paying attention to. Maybe it's your health. And just write that down there. And now, for the next 10 minutes, you're only gonna think about it. That's simple. And yet, do it. And yes, of course, your mind is gonna start thinking on something else. Just cut it. Like, no, think about this. In this case, in this specific moment, you are making yourself free. We are trained to think about things that we already know. Like in school, we've been trained to know the answers to everything. So when you face yourself to an empty page, and trying to focus your mind is going to feel a little awkward. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think about it. So you can start just going through every detail. Imagine that you're going through, let's talk about a relationship. So you write the name of this person that is bothering you or that have a problem with that person, or I don't know, maybe a person you're in love with and you don't know how to proceed about it. You just write whatever is the name of that person. And for 10 minutes, maybe 20, you cannot just think on anything else. And by that, you start writing everything. It could be what you like from this person. And it may pop in your mind reasons why you, let's go back to the topic, that you may be feel in love with one person, but you don't know how to respond to that. Or there's one person that is actually bothering you and you don't know what to do about it. In any case, you start describing things about the person, start describing things about how you feel about it, anything that is on topic, and just go through it with any specific target. Just empty your mind, sort of, and go about it and put all the pieces of the puzzle together in this page with all the thoughts and everything. And by the end of this 10 minutes, you're gonna suddenly see some pieces that you never really put together. Your mind was always scattered in different areas of it and never saw the whole picture. So once you have everything in sort of like one page, then most likely a new association is going to happen. And in this way, you will find an alternative behavior, an alternative reaction, something to do, something to realize that, oh yeah, this sounds like a very toxic thought. And just sounds like fear. This is not something I want to think. And then you will make the decision to probably not think about that. Sounds simple? Do it. I challenge you to do it, and definitely write on the comments or write me. I don't think you have any other way to contact me. But anyway, the comments will do. Write me how did it go. But basically, you will have the chance to see the same situation in a completely different way. But for doing that, the reason why this is not happening more often is because whenever you try to think on the topic, your mind scatters and moves around in ways that you never see the whole picture. So just go and purge the whole thing through. And whenever you have everything, you could do this for half an hour. I actually suggest you to do it as long as you can, but decide for that time, you're going to tell your mind, don't think on anything else, stay on topic. Sometimes you may feel like you don't know what to say, you don't know what to write about. It's okay. Just wait and keep thinking on that situation, that person, that topic. Maybe it's money, maybe it's health. Just start just purging everything. Just start jumping on your phone and doing something else and checking anything else. No, I'm talking about you sitting in front of it without moving your body or without going on checking something on the internet. No. Stay all the time. Just writing down, like putting out of your head all the ideas about that. In this way, instead of just staying on the surface of your mind, dealing with little subjects, you will go deeper into more bigger, profound, people call them beliefs, but it's just like bigger structures, patterns of thinking. And as you go deeper into that, you're definitely going to find where the problem is. At some point, there is something that is blocking. I hope this all makes sense and you pursue this further. Because if you do this just for 10 minutes a day, you're going to find new ways to completely change your life. And you're going to be surprised that it's not something new you read in a book or something that someone tells you. It's just there in your mind, sitting behind all these distractions, behind the scattered mind. Right there is the solution. Something that was before a problem suddenly turns into something that is exciting and an adventure. Something that you are looking forward to try, this new thing, this new idea that came to your mind.